Right, welcome back. Welcome back to yet another video from who else? Bill the cat. Name of the cat is UCAT. Here we are yet again trying to crack a few more questions from different subsections this time. Last couple of videos, or three videos, it was on about speedy maths, trying to crack the quant section. Right, taking a break from quant, coming back to decision making. This time, what decision making? Firstly, before we start, decision making involves a lot of strategy. So they would be, or rather, we would be tested on different within UCAT, within decision making. We'll be tested on syllogisms. Right, we've done that video. I think so. I'm sure I have had uploaded 3 or 4 videos on syllogisms. Massive topic. Each question 2 marks. If you can make this your strength, syllogisms, mind you, is all those yes and no questions where you need to drag yes and no, and lots of strategies we shared. So syllogisms, key thing, that should be a strength no matter what. Logical puzzles, time suckers, given the nature of UCAT. Well, everything is time sensitive. So logical puzzles are a bit of a time suckers, as I said before. Most of the questions will take you a lot of time. So it's not that they're not doable. It's just I would rather put them on the back burner. Should I have any seconds, minutes left, then I'll rather come back to the logical puzzles. Ready? Okay, so then we go recognizing assumptions, interpretation. Name of the game today is Venn diagrams. Lots and lots of strategies. As I would say, I've said it before in almost every video, the strategies, the shortcuts that I share are very different from what are given to us by the UCAT website or Medify MedEntry. So shortcuts with high amount of accuracy, high speed, is what is the need of the hour when we try and crack these UCAT questions. Right, so today we'll focus on Venn diagram, different strategies of how to do it. How do I read? I'll be thinking aloud, and I'll rush through, fly through the easy ones, perhaps slow down a little bit on the special ones where some special technique is required. Ready? Okay, here we are. So, without further ado, Venn diagrams is the name of the game. So here I am, decision making, Venn diagrams. All right. Let's see. So yes, okay, got decision making, Venn diagrams. All right, okay. So go down. All right, okay. Good. Hit navigator. Once I hit navigator, Venn diagram it is. Ready? Okay, here we are. Right. Question numero uno. Right, okay, so first and foremost, key thing to note is you should rather just scan through this one, what is said, and blah, 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 blah. But straight away attack this question. Based on diagram, how many gold, arrow, diamond, rectangle, silver, heart, and means overlap, but not platinum. I don't need any of those. So I need an overlap because I hear the word, see the word, and. Arrow, rectangle, silver. Arrow, rectangle, and heart. 75, without further ado. Definitely 75. Looks like 75, because there's no other thing which is an overlap if you see exclusively. Can't use 23. 23 is not even an option. Can't use 12. 12 does not include the arrow. Ready? Alright, let's see. D it is. 75. Easy. Flying through this one. Right. I'm rushing through the easy ones so that we can spend more time on the crazy ones. Based on diagram, how many 2BHK? How I read it, I registered this in my brain, which is 2BHK means dotted circle. Dotted circle, then I've got company X, diamond, company X. But outside the UK means outside the dotted, this one. So I've got 102 is dotted and the diamond. Anything else? Anything else? 61, no. 102, nope, that's not. That's because it is part of the dotted, but outside the diamond. Answer is 102, without a doubt. Right, 102. Here we go. C it is, 102. Right, okay, so moving on to our next question now. The next question is, let's see what we got. Right, okay, here we are. For a question like these, the moment I see these options, tip number 1. You're better off drawing your own Venn diagram instead of looking for which is right, which is wrong. Tip number 1. Now moving on to, let's see. A school timetable is being prepared. School timetable, 50 students, 20 geography, history, 20 art, 10 going to take geography and history, and of these 50. All right, okay, 3 bubbles is what I will draw. 3 big fat bubbles is what I will draw. Right, so each one of them is called geography, as fast as you can, history, and the other one is art. Right. Tip number 2. What was tip number 1? Draw your own Venn diagram for a question like these where you need to choose which one is what. So secondly, use elimination, which could be the right answer. Next, third, when you're computing or filling in these bubbles, you are better off reading backwards, collecting data backwards. 5 want art, 10 sorry, 10 are going to take geography and history. Geography and history, this is going to be 10, and that means this whole thing is going to be 10. Of these, 5 want to take art. So that means out of 10, this is 5, this is 5. Then he says 12 are going to take art. 12, this is art, this has to be a 7. Right, 20 take history. 10, 10. The 5 and 5, 10. That means I need 10 more. Geography is also 20. 5 and 5, 10. I need 10 more. There you go. Which option? So I'm looking for digits in the options 10, 5, 5, 10, 7. Right. 10, 5, 5. Option A is out. Moving on. Option B. 15. I never had a 15. So I will say option B is also out. Let's look at option C. So I've got 10, 5, 5, 10, 5, 5, 10, 7. Looks like option C for now. Let's see, 5, 5, 5, 5. Oh no, there are way too many 5s. Option C it is. Speed maths again. Right, okay, let's see if we are good. Option C is what we chose. Indeed, it is option C. So one more time, what was the speedy way of doing this question? Speedy way, tip number 1. For questions where you need to choose which is the right sort of Venn diagram. So strategy number 1, draw your own Venn diagram. Number 2, when you read, or trying to fill in the bubbles, you read backwards. 10 are geography and history. All right, 10 are geography and history, which means this whole thing is 10. Then he says out of this, 5 want art. So that means it has to be 5, 5, and there you go. Then you don't necessarily, if you see here, I didn't even bother finding out how much is the outside. If you see here, I've got outside numbers given to me as 8, perhaps 13 here, so I didn't bother. Ready? Moving on. So option C it was, as we double checked already. Yes, C it is. Righty, moving on. Next question now. The next question we're on about is this. Right, 27 people in a club, either adult or children. 3 more males and females. 12 of this males. Right, now, unlike anything else, we will always draw a two-way diagram. When do we draw a two-way diagram? When there are 2 variables, adults and children. Each of them have the same options, males and females. Males and females. Ready? Okay, then he says there are 27 altogether. So in here I have to have 27 is altogether. So 27 people in the club, 3 or more. There are 3 more males than females. You can do algebra. Let x be females. That means x plus 3 is going to be males. Right? X plus 3 is going to be males. All of this equals to 27. Right? 3 goes on the other side, makes it 24. X plus x, 2x. 2x is equal to 24. That means x is equal to 12. X is equal to, do I have 12? That means females are 12, and therefore plus 3, 12 plus 3, do I have 15? So I've got 12 plus 3, do I have 15 males? Right. 12 of the 16 adults are males. Adults are 16, of which 12 are males, 3 are children, right? Okay, so perfect. So what was the question? The question is how many male children, 3 is the answer. There you go. Bang. Got it. Right. Just for the sake of it, I'm trying to fill the whole diagram for you. So could it be another question? How we could have cracked it. So right. So we got 16 here. How much would be, if this is 12, this is 16. This is going to be 4. If this is 4, this is 12. That has to be 8. Has to be 8. 8 and 3, 11. Got it. That's the answer. So option C is what I beg your pardon. A. There you go. Option A. Again, as you see here, they're trying to get us to do a Venn diagram way of doing it. Sorry, it's just time consuming. Absolute utter waste of time. Drawing there out, filling the variable, filling their bubbles, then computing. No, two-way table, fast and easy. Ready, moving on. Next question. Right, okay. Right, this was easy. So strategy was, for the previous question, two-way table. Next, here we go. When question comes, don't bother reading all this. You come back to them, this part, later. Ready? Now, it's tip number 1. Tip number 2, for this style of a question, you actually have to work out each of those 4 options, right? So, ideally, you should not be going for option A, option B in a sequential order. No. You should be looking for shorter sentences first. So let's suppose I'm choosing A right now. I'll choose A. Right, so what have we got? Amongst the companies that have a capital of less than 200,000, sorry, that was more than 200,000, means anything to do with this outside the square. What are the values outside the square? 8, 3, 2, 7, right? In a very sequential, disciplined way, you're computing the values. Right, amongst the companies, so there are 35% of them, 8 and 3 11, 11 and 9, 20, 20, 35% of 20, do it in your head. Oh, right, so there are 20 here altogether, 35%, that will be 7. Have more than 2 subsidiaries, rectangle. Oh no, rectangle has 2 plus 7, 9. Option A is out. Option A is out. One more time, out of the 20, we've got 9 of them which have more than 2 subsidiaries. He said 20%, 35% is 7. Nope, it is actually 9. So option A is out. Among the companies that have more than 200,000, that means amongst the square, out of the square, the values. The number of companies that sell standardized, which is standardized, circle. All right, 4. So I have to choose anything values from this. 4 is equal to the number of differentiated. Differentiated is a pentagon, right? That's 4. 4 and 4 is the same. Yep, that's what he said, is equal. Looks like option B. Option B it is. Indeed, it is option B. Right, so there we go. So again, one more time, did not bother reading this, shaving off the essential important seconds away. Next, second tip, try to randomize the reading. Don't need to sequentially do it, A, B, C, D. Randomize it, A, option out. So then he says, amongst less than 200,000 in your brain, try to figure out which is less than means anything outside the square. So you've got 8327. 35%, mental math, speedy math, 35 times 2, 77 is there. But when you did that in the rectangle, 2 and 7 was 9. Option A is out. B, did not bother reading C and D because we're supremely confident of our calculations. Righty, moving on to our next question. The next question, let's get rid of this first. Righty, okay. Half of the 300 houses have both front and back garden. Right, so that means half of 300. Okay, 100 don't have a back garden. 100 don't have a back garden. Right. If 100 don't have a back garden, 125 don't have a front garden. Everything is terms of don't. How many houses neither have a front nor? Everything is terms of don't. Right. Compared to, I beg your pardon, drawing a Venn diagram. Not going to draw a Venn diagram. Using a shortcut. So using the shortcut is I'm using a formula. Probability of A union B. Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This is the formula that I'm using, right? Probability of A, how much is that? Do I have 100? Probability of B, do I have 125 or number? This is set theory, I call that. Right, then he says how many of neither? Neither means A intersection means what is common. A intersection means what is common. So I'm trying to find this one, making this the subject. How much is altogether? 300 houses have both, half of 300 have both a front and back. That means 150 have a front and a back garden. That means how many do not have it? Can I say that would be the remainder, 150? So again, what I will do is I'll pull out the calculator. Once I got the calculator, or do it in your head, which is 100 plus, so we will do 100 plus 125, 225, 75 is straight away is what we got. Trying to rearrange and make this thing the subject. So you will do 100 plus 125 minus 150, 75 it is. Mental maths. Just to confirm. All right, so we got 100 plus 125 minus 150, 75 it is. Righty? Okay, let's see if it is right or wrong. C is what we chose. Oops. They've got C, yes. Oh, wait a minute. 65. Should have been some sort of a typo. Let's see what's there. C is 160 houses. 320. Oh, there you go. That's a typing error, perhaps in the question or in the solution. Somebody knock at the door of UCAT, tell them you've got yet another typo. If you remember, in one of the quant section videos I was trying to crack, we found out a couple of mistakes. Righty, okay, so he says 320, half of 320 is 160. And if you see here, we can get the same answer of in case we took 120. So that means in here, let me take this as 160, because half of 320 is 160. Then the remainder, who will not have a front and back garden, will be 160. So again, what I'm going to do, the same thing, which is 100 plus 125 minus 160, bang, 65. That shortcut always works. So compared to this, they're wanting me to do algebra. Who on earth would think of trying to crack this algebra and consume a huge amount of time? So right, what was the plan? The plan here was to use a formula. The formula is this. A union B, probability A plus B minus A intersection. A intersection B means it is common. This formula is for the first variation. There are two versions of this formula. First version is when there are two variables. In here we talk about back garden, front garden. So all together. Ready? 75. So remember this formula. Right. Okay. Moving on to our next question. Next question is... Right. Here we go. Okay. Get rid of this mess. The diagram information football based on which of the following... Okay. Again another one where I have to read through all the options. Right. Let's see. More people watch City. How many people watch City? Now, City means I need to add them up. 12 and 8. Now, many people, I want to follow in a very disciplined, orderly way, add up the numbers. Because some people end up recalculating, recomputing because they think they've missed out. So, do the top row first. Right, so we got 8 and 12, 20, 27, 27 and 6, 33. So how many people watched City? 33 people watched City. Did not watch the City. That's 14 and 5 and 2. Do I have 19, 21, 34? So do I have 34? Absolutely not. He says more people watch City. No, 33 watch City. Did not watch is 34. So option A is out. Right, fewer people watched City. So how many people watch City? We computed that before. 33. How many watch United? 14, 5, 19, 19 and 19, 38. Yep, looks like that's the option. B. Yeah, 14 and 5, 19, 19 and 19 and 12 and 7, 19, double of 19, 38, 33, 38. Yeah, fewer people, that's correct. B. Bang. B is the right answer. Bravo. Right. Okay. Moving on. Yet another question. Again, strategy was just adding them up. All right. Okay. Of the 50 aquariums, 60 yellow, 30 dolphins, 81 starfish. Oh, right. Okay. Straight away, this is where I will use another formula. I'm not going to draw it out. This is the formula is when you've got three variables. A union B is equal to, might look like to you when I'm writing it down is long-winded, but actually it's not. Probability of A plus probability of B plus C minus A intersection B minus A intersection C, which is common between A and C. This is just a formula. You don't necessarily need to write the formula like you do in A-level maths or GCSE. You don't necessarily need to do that. I'm just showing you the formula that I'm applying. Plus A intersection common between all three. Ready? Okay. Now... Right, so how much is this? So we got 60, how many aquarium? None of these. All right, let's add them up. How much is A? Do I have 60? How much is dolphins? Do I have 43? Okay, how much is starfish? Do I have 81? All right, done. 20 had only, that's the key part, 20 only had this one, and 7, 27. I will tell you later why am I doing instead of 20, I'm doing 27, including this. With this. Now A and C, do I have 12? Again 7. 12 and 7, do I have 19? 12 and 7, 19. B, intersection C, do I have 9 and, which is 9 and 7 again. Right, do I have 16? Right, how much is all common? 3. Right, so which is all 3, which is the number 7. Let's compute all of them. Right, you could do it in your head. 60 plus 43 plus 81. Oh, where's that calculator gone? Right, here we go, starting again. So 60 plus 43 plus 81 minus 27. I'm just showing you, that's a minus. Minus 19, minus 16. And do I have plus 7? 129. How many were all together? How many were all together? There were 150 altogether. If you see here, that's 150. So 150 altogether. So what will I do? 129, 21 minus 150. Bang, 21 is the answer. There we go. Right, okay, let's see how they have done it. Right, okay. Now, if you look at that, they're getting me to draw a Venn diagram. Absolutely time-consuming. Now, let me show you now. Instead of adding 20, I used to do 20 plus the 7 here. I used to do 20 and the 7 here. That's how I got 27. Now, watch this. Common between 20 and the 7, that makes it 27. Then I did 12 and the 7, making it 19. So how did I get that? 12 and the 7, that's 19. Then I did 9 and the 7, which is 16. Oh, that's how I got 9 and 7 and the 16. Right, so that was the formula altogether in which we got 21. Correct answer is option B. Ready? Okay, so that was it. Right, okay, you can rewind it just to get, but that's essentially the formula. That is essentially the formula that we're using a shortcut instead of drawing the Venn diagram. So all you need to do is blindly just, instead of writing the formula, you just do 60 plus 43 plus 81 plus 12 plus 20 plus 9 plus 21. 60 plus 43 plus 81 plus 20 plus 12 plus 9. Oh, why am I doing the plus? 60 plus 43 plus 81 minus 20. Yes, you heard me right. Minus 12 minus 9 minus 21. Do we get that? Plus 7. Right. Instead of, in case you don't clock it, I'm just doing 20, and then right at the end, times this value by a 3, in case that makes sense. Righty. Okay, only why? Because reasons I had to compete. Righty, okay, so moving on without further ado. Right, okay. Let's get rid of this. Which of the following statements is true? Right, okay. At least 75%, so you, again, skip this bit altogether here. So I think so. Some schools that do not offer, at least 75% of the schools that offer 75% of the schools offer consultation and training. Again, schools offer parallelogram. 5 and 6, 11 and 19. 19, I can't have 75% of this because that will give me a decimal. So I ignored that, did not even compute that, because everything has to be an integer, whole number. 75% of 19 will not give you an integer value. So if you do that, 19 times 0.75, 14.25. No, there you go. So I cancel. Some schools that do not offer childcare, rectangle, anything outside the rectangle, 2, 4 and 8 for both consulting. Can't be true because it's talking both overlap. No. Amongst all the children that offer counselling support, amongst all the children, counselling support with a square, amongst everything out of the square. Right, 40%. So do I have, again, orderly way, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Do I have, and 6, do I have 20? Right, so one more time, 2, 4, 6, so 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 8, again 14, 14 plus 6, 20. So I've got 20, 40% of 20, do I have 8? So at 40, allow community, right? So answer is definitely yes. So 40, allow community, which is community, semicircle, 5 plus 3, right? So there we go, we're choosing option C, right, okay. Oh, indeed it is C, so 40% and so on. Ready? Right, moving on to our next question. As fast as we can, don't want to elongate this video. Right, this is super easy stuff, looks easy. Again, the same logic. Which of the following statements is true? You'll have to compute all of them. Centre A has 5 employees. I might as well just skip this one because it looks easy. Let's try something else, something where we can talk about it. Right, again, another one. Where we'll have to draw our own Venn diagram, as we said before. 9 birds in aviary, 2 eyes. So I've got yellow, yellow, green, and red. Right, okay. Now, 2 are red only. Got it. Reading backwards. 1 is red and yellow. Red and yellow, this is 1. 2 are yellow and green. There are 2 are yellow and green. Got it. 2, 1, 2. So can't be A. Overlap is, single is 2. There's no single of, like I'm talking about this one. Individual, only red, only 2. B's out. This looks like the option. I've got 2, 1, 1. No, that's not. C is the answer. Because in here, 1 is overlap amongst all the 3 shapes, which is yellow, green, and red. Do you see here? 1 is overlap between all the 3 shapes. So I don't have. In here, 1 is overlap between just 2 shapes. There you go, 2, 2, and so on. Right, as you see here, you don't necessarily need to find out, fill up, or everything here. Right, option C, let's see if you're wrong. No, we're not, we're right. So C is the right answer. Righty, moving on quickly to another one now. Right, looks easy. Okay, so what does he want? These are the easy ones. Which of the following used to a combination of car, train, and walking? So I'm looking at car, train, and walking. Circle, triangle, square. Circle, triangle, and square. J, L, circle. L. L is the right answer, definitely. Looks like circle, triangle, and square. Overlap of, combination, he said. Overlap. Overlap, combination means overlap. C Indeed it is C. Righty, moving on quickly to our next one now. Okay. Don't want to extend the video. Right, okay, so here we are. So what we've got all together here, based on X. X is what? X is a rectangle. Bus. X is a star. Boat. X is a circle. Train. Common between bus, train and boat. Bus, train, aeroplane. No, not boat. No, not A is out. There were people that took another. Oh no, not out. Looking for bus, bus, boat and airplane. Bus, train and boat. Bus, train and boat. Looks like option C it is. Again, C seems to be the lucky number, or the lucky letter. C it is, indeed it is. Right, again, moving on. So C it was. So overlap of bus, plane and boat. That's all you need to look. Right, moving on to our next question. Boxing. Boxing is a weird rhombus. It's got boxing. Hexagon and triangle. Weird hexagon and triangle. M are easy. B, right, okay. Oh, indeed it is B. Right, flying through the easy ones. Not going to waste time with the easy ones. Right, okay. Again another one, which is letter O represent. Letter O represents trapezium. Males. Letter O common on education. Letter O married. Males education married. Unmarried, male, unmarried, no, I need married, men, education, married, men, education, option C again, right, okay, so option C, it is option C, right, easy ones, right, moving on, quickly last couple of questions, we'll wrap it up after this, righty, okay. Next question. So here we go. The diagram gives information about the number of people. Okay, which of the following? So more people went to France. How many people went to France? Again, orderly way, sequential way. 8 plus 4, 2 and 1. So do I have 8, 4, 12, 12 and 3, 15. So there are 15 people went to France. How many went to Spain? 6 and 4, 10 and 15. More people? Nope. Option A is out. 8 people went exactly to, again if you see I'm skipping this because it's a little bit longer, so I might just not read it or read at the end. 8 people went to exactly 2 countries. 8 exactly 2, that means 4 and 2, 6. Oh, sorry. So I'm looking for exactly 2, 4 plus 3 plus 1. So exactly 2 means overlap of only 2. 4 plus 3, 7, 1, 8. 8 is, it is. Again a C, another C. Right, okay. C it is, indeed. Righty, okay. Last question, then we call it a day after this. Right, okay. So, what are we looking at? Again, trying to draw our own Venn diagram. When you do the Venn diagram, read backwards. So I've got multiple here, and so on. 6 people played, no game at all. 6 people, none of them reading backwards. Oh, 9 is outside, so B is out. 6 outside, 6 outside. 9 people played darts. None of these played. 9 should be outside. 9. Oh no, and none of these should be. Right, there should be no overlap of one circle. So B's out anyways. No overlap. Sorry, there is overlap amongst all 3 because he says 9 people played dart. None of these played snooker or table tennis. Means there should be no overlap. A is the right option. Righty guys, let's see if it is. Indeed, it is A. Right, so that was this, and we'll call it a day. That's the end of the video. We'll be back with yet another video. Thank you very much for all those who've been sending emails to inquire about the program, which is the UCAT online courses. I will be updating. Some of them I've replied. It's just way too many emails I've been receiving. Righty, okay. Anything, please feel free to drop me an email or drop a comment. And thank you very much for the gentle person who dropped a comment on requesting information on the UCAT course, and another gentleman who dropped a comment asking for more questions on DM, which is a yes or no question. I promise you I will be back. In the time being, please watch one of the videos on syllogisms. That's it for today. Bye for now. Ciao, ciao. Have fun.